Lisa gonna watch us?
Are we on? Hello, friends.
She can because of her kids.
I think we're live.
Yay! Hello.
Hey, there's some cards.
It
It's all ours.
is.
Are we there? Tell us hello if you're here. Ah. We're gonna show you
there
some
we are.
fun
Look,
things.
There we are.
Oh, there we are. Yep, we're on. Welcome to the Wonder Basement, and
I'm Susan with Stamp Creatively.
I'm Sherry with Sherry's Cards.
I'm Tanya with the Wonder Basement.
Crud, I'm trying to share it, but...
Hi, Heather. How you
Technology.
doing?
Which Heather is it?
John's.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
We have your box of stuff sitting behind us. I'll go to the post office tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I've sent her so much stuff, and I still owe you one more. I'm gonna order you the Daisy set.
We're really
when
bad
I can
at math.
order that.
I think you figured that out.
Math is not our friends. Well, we had, since we've been here, we've gone to a training event. The Great Lakes region had a leadership event in Terre Haute over the weekend that Sherry and I attended. Shannon West put it on, and it was fabulous.
It was fabulous, and one of the funnest questions was, why do they call it Haute?
No one knew. Yeah, no one knew why you called Terre Haute Terre Haute. We know how to say it, but other people didn't. And so I'll do my little thing first. I want to show you a few of the swaps from Saturday, so you kind of know what we did. But we did a little shoebox swap, and this is the set that I used. This is one of the new Hostess sets, and girls, she's adorable. She is so cute. And that's the new tag punch. This is one of the new Designer Series papers, and then I took this ribbon and I dyed it. So the ribbon is dyed. So that was
What color did you dye it?
I dyed it mint, and it kind of took on a blue cast. You know, I think each
It looks a
ribbon's
little
gonna,
darker. Is your cardstock mint too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cardstock's mint. I think each one's going to dye differently. And Shannon had asked me to do a little presentation, and then she was giving gifts to those who had presented. And so this was my gift.
It's so cute.
It's really a cute little set.
Look at that UPS
It's going to be in the new catalog.
or FedEx guy. Or
Yeah. You always deliver. It has some great little sayings, but I made a couple of little cards with it, and I'm going to show you
I probably shouldn't have said that.
what I did.
UPS or FedEx or anything. I gave him
So
a cool card.
this one is a fun little card. I did a little YouTube video on my Stamp Creatively if you want a little more details about how I did it. But the cute little Stampin' Up there on that middle box is done from the new washi tape. But everything on here is new. The new punch, there's 2 new ribbons, the new stamp set, the new Designer Series paper. It's all new.
So I have a question on that ribbon. I watched your video, but I was like working too. So on the ribbon on the bottom, do you have to pull, like, is it?
No, you don't have to pull the string out.
So I haven't unspooled mine. So does it have, like, is it?
It's sewn down.
It's sewn down.
It's sewn in, so if you choose not to do that,
I caught you pulling it off, but I didn't know if it, like, you know when you buy a coat and it's stitched together? I didn't know if that's what you were doing.
No,
No,
it was
you don't
actually
Okay, I see.
It's
That
designed.
makes sense now.
See? It's designed, it'll go on just like that, but if you want to pull that string out,
Here's the
then
washi.
you can kind of fluff it up.
Super cute.
Yeah, it's really cute. And then I loved this. So I he's bringing a little sunshine, because who doesn't like a little sunshiny package? And again, all this is new stuff, new stamp sets. I colored it with the blends. The new twine on the end is the new baker's twine, this stuff over here. So super fun. He was great. And then the last one of the jokes was we broke off into groups during this event, and we talked about ways to help our sales and ways to do certain things. And so the way to help our sales was to give away free puppies. So this is my ode to what we did this weekend. And if you'll notice those fabulous little rhinestones on
they're
there.
so pretty.
They're the little
The video
peacock
doesn't give them-
rhinestones. So they're the little peacock
they're
ones.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like gemstones.
Oh yeah, they're so pretty. The colors are so pretty.
Yeah.
So I thought this was cute, and the little dog leans on that little box, and that little box looks like the new little boxes that we have that say Stampin' Up. So all of this coordinates really well together, and I was just super excited to get this set. Thank you again, Shannon, for sharing. Okay, done me.
Okay, I'll go next. What should I start with? I will show you after the event in Fort Wayne. You could stay and stamp if you wanted. So some of us did a shoebox swap. So these are some of the ones that we made. And this one, our friend Sandy, if you're watching, Sandy Elliott, this was hers.
It was actually in Terre Haute. She just said Fort Wayne, but that's okay.
They're kind of all the same to me.
Yeah.
We were in Fort Wayne a week ago.
They're not the same. If you're not, okay, this is Indiana for all of you that don't know our state. Here's Terre Haute, here's Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
And here's Indianapolis. So you know we're in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from being sick. I feel a lot better, but the days either side, you know, when
Here.
you do stuff,
You mean
my chair's kind of making.
squeaky noises?
Okay, you've
Oh,
got
here I go.
Here.
There you go. So,
So-
you just hold it right there.
Yeah. So it's on shimmery paper, and she watercolored it, and we just kind of stuck it together. We like when we do shoebox swaps like that. We still had some more questions about what shoebox swaps are. Maybe sometime we'll host another one around here. And if you're local to us, you can come because they're super fun, and it's nice to stamp in styles that you don't stamp in. And everybody that stamps with us is such a good stamper.
Yes, this is
This
pretty.
one is from Christy Falk, and Christy did this one, and she used the stamparatus, and the colors in it are lovely. And there I am in stereo. Well, Susan's watching. So this one was really pretty. And then this one is Suze Meadows. Suze, are you watching?
Hi, Suze.
So it was the first time that we met her in real life, which is always fun because we get to see you guys on here, but we never actually see you. So this was the first time that we met somebody that we'd met online. And so it was fun to have her stamp with us. And we like people who do a lot of the work, and she had already stamped and embossed the backgrounds for us. So that was fun. Then this one was mine. And part of the reason I wanted to do that, sometimes
so
when you do
cute.
a shoebox swap, you don't take the big shot. Which angle? Because it's a lot of work. But I wanted them to be able to run this through the big shot because it's so easy to use. And when you see it, you know, like Tanya has her horror stories of the snowflake.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was terrible.
Where she about lost an arm due to using a die cut machine.
I think I took that video down. It wasn't terribly attractive or complimentary, so.
But this one's really, really easy to use, and I wanted everybody to just use it.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better.
It did leave a little bit of a mess at the hotel, unfortunately, because it pokes out a lot of stuff. And the funny thing is, this one was my trade, because we did trades, and my husband helped me make them. So two funny stories with that. The first is when he was helping me, I told him how to do it because, you know, I had some experience at that point. And so the very first one he sends through, totally opposite of what I told him to do. And so when it didn't work, he kind of looked at me funny, and I said, you didn't do it the way I said. And he said, well, you're supposed to do it this way. You know, being the expert die cutter that
I
he
don't know,
is.
should they see your face as you're telling the story? I think you might want to see her face as she's telling the story.
You know, he's really,
Certain
really
stories
good
are good.
at die cutting. So then I made him redo it the way I said. And he said, well, that works better. Like, he was shocked. And I said, well, yeah, I am kind of the expert at this, so listen to me. But then after he had done a few of them, and it does make a mess because all these things go everywhere, he said, you're not going to let people use this at our house, are you? I said, well, sorry, I am.
Yep.
So, and then this one, I just changed the color combination because I wanted to try it a little different. And
It's pretty.
she's popped up. So you can't get enough of the fairies. Looking at the wrong thing again.
It's okay.
So,
Yeah, she's adorable.
and then at the same
This one I'll
thing,
come back in on.
I wasn't thinking that Shannon brought a roll of the pressed petal washi tape. And if you haven't seen it in the catalog, it is literally a roll of pressed petals. That's
Which
washi
is
tape.
so cool.
But you can't tell what it is in the picture. Like,
Yeah.
everybody that we showed it to, no one realized that they were all individual petals.
So I asked her if I could have a petal to make my fairy wings, and I knew this fairy, she was on her block there that night. I knew she had a wing, but I thought you could only see one. So I should have asked Shannon for two. So right now she's got one wing. But
It's beautiful. It's gonna be really pretty. I thought Sherry might take and like have a falling petal off of something.
There's lots of stuff you could do with her. She could actually, you could make a skirt for her too if you were real creative. And then this was my version of when I thought that I was gonna kill myself because I didn't feel well. I thought about making this for my swab because it's really pretty.
I think it's really pretty. I like that tone on tone. Yeah. It's very pretty.
And then Shayna needed help with the candy bar, which was a super fun thing to do. So this was my thank you gift.
These are cool. Can you see that?
Yeah, those are some of the new embellishments from the catalog.
They almost look like the rivets on your jeans.
Yeah, and they're really heavy.
Super cool.
They kind of remind me, a long time ago we had those vintage buttons.
Oh, yeah.
And when you picked up the package of those, like the weight of those compared to our other embellishments.
It's cool.
Yeah, and then these are the candy bar went in the striped gold bags, but these are the new copper bags, and then that new ribbon.
That is so pretty.
It was so much prettier than what it is in the catalog.
Yeah, it's
so
beautiful
much
ribbon.
Prettier.
It's like a candy buffet.
I love candy buffets.
So there was lots of different candies.
With lots of Ray Dunn bowls. Like,
imagine
you know,
that.
if I can have an excuse to pull out my Ray Dunn, then do it. So
we figure we can maybe deduct part of the investment that we have in Ray Dunn.
So that's the new stuff I have to show you for this week. And I hope next week that I feel good, and I hope I find lots of time to stamp.
Yeah.
Because I've had lots of new stuff and no time.
Well, and I've been recuperating from my trip. Okay, these are all the ribbons that are beautiful. I think we've showed them to you a couple times. So while they were off at their meeting, this one I was just kind of playing around with some of the new stamp sets, and from Bird Ballad, that whole thing. And I really have a hard time figuring out what to do with the little doilies. So I kind of like cutting it in half.
And what did you punch in to tie the ribbon on? What did you use?
I used a 1/2 inch.
Oh, okay. That looks really cute.
Thanks. It's your idea of, tying the ribbon, you know?
Oh, it's my idea.
Yeah. So, but these little copper, the little leaves, I'm really glad they didn't get rid of those.
Yeah, those are really
cool.
cute. It's really cute.
And then I did, I had one little, I think it was a 4x2 swatch of this art paper because I didn't order it in the pre-order. So I was like, oh man, I forgot to get that. Well, I got 3 of the green, whatever the green one is.
Oh yeah, the trellis garden.
I don't know how
I didn't get any of it. It's funny when you get your pre-order, and you're like, because I didn't get the peacock refill. I got another pad. So I have 2 pads and no refill.
Oh, I know it. It just kind of makes you crazy.
So the thing across the bottom, is that does it come?
So I cut, this is the die. There's a die that cuts this little lace piece, and it has a strip at the top. And so what I did is I cut it out off of the bottom of the card and then just raised it up and glued it onto the bottom. And then I used the, what is this called? Oops. What is the color?
Terracotta.
The terracotta ribbon to go on it. I thought it was kind of cool the way the terracotta goes with the calypso coral. It's not really, it does not match, but it's kind of
just a shade darker.
Yeah, I really like that.
And then the lacy ribbon.
Yes, and then I think Susan talked about doing this too last week, so I thought, well, I'm going to do what Susan says. So anyway, I just did it like a little sewing, like you would sew trim on. So yeah, so that was fun. And then this was my, I think I may have showed you guys this one. Did I show this?
No.
I think you just sent us a text of it.
So this is with the Lighthouse set, and I didn't use the
watercolor paper?
Brush-O's.
Oh.
I used this is on shimmer paper, and I just used the reinkers and an aqua pen, and then just kind of played around with the colors, trying to get an underwater corally sort of look. And then Susan and I had this whole conversation about jewelry and how the embellishments this time are really jewelry worthy, and so I made some little 4th of July earrings.
Yeah, those are really
that are super fun. I think I'll do a tutorial on these.
Hang this on your USA cup. Take a picture.
Oh, yes! I have a Ray Dunn USA cup. Is it red inside? I think it is.
I think it is.
I'm so excited. But anyway, so these are mine. So that's what I've been doing.
So are we going to do some jewelry at any of our upcoming events?
I think we should.
Yes, I think we
Because I
should.
think we do jewelry really well.
And we can do jewelry, and that if you don't do jewelry, then you can use them for little scissor charms to identify your things. And if we could figure out a way to attach them to your pick your tool. Or,
Oh, yeah.
is that what it's called?
Yeah, a pick tool.
Take your pick.
Yeah, take your pick tool.
I call it pick your
something.
pick your nose, pick your belly button.
Well,
I don't know.
We're gonna maybe
your
when you
something.
add the little brush or somewhere before you put those things in it, maybe we could put one of those
little jump ring around it or something.
Yeah.
That you could take it off and then
Yeah.
you need something to kind of identify it.
Yeah.
These babies are fun. I love jewelry.
So what do we have upcoming? Do we have any events coming up?
Well-
Sherry, do we? I don't know.
Let's leave it to the sick person. Where's my notes? Here they are. I have some really poorly written notes. Poorly written.
You guys are so sweet to watch us do this because
I'm sure you want to come to an event where this is your first stage of planning, right?
Yep.
So, which should we talk about first? I guess the first event.
yes.
So most of you know that Saturday, September 7th, we told you that was our date, and we now have secured our location, which
Yay.
that's if you've never done event planning before, that is, hi Heather.
It's really hard to plan these events because when we go to rent a facility, there's a lot of restrictions on renting a facility. So, and cost-wise, we hate to have the biggest amount of money for the day in the cost of, because we want to be able to show
Of the
product and
events
have
center.
product. So it's kind of a hard balance for us. So we found a venue.
So it's going to be in downtown Indy, which is nice because it's centrally located, and if you're from out of town, there'll be lots of places that you can stay and you can come in the night before. And if you've not been to downtown Indy, it's beautiful. There's lots of fun places to go and to see and to eat. And it's in a, if you're familiar with Indy, it's in Woodruff Place, it's Fountain Square area, so it's like legit downtown Indy. And we're in their old town hall, which is like old. I think from the
I think it'll be kind of cool.
1800s. Yeah. So on September 7th, and we will be opening registration up June 1st. And so the first few days, it will be for those of you that attended our first event and for those of you who are actually in our downlines. So that will be the first 5 days or so.
Yeah.
Because we have more space than we had last time, but again, it's limited space.
Yeah, it's not very big, so we don't want to overbook ourselves
Right.
or anything else. So we're going to open it up to our directs and the people who attended last time, and that'll happen every time we have an event.
Right. So every time you come to an event, then you'll be in on the pre-registration the next
pre-registration.
time. So if you're not a demonstrator and you want to come to our events, then you can sign up under any of us and get to come that way. And then after that, on June 6th, it will open to everybody, and then we'll close it on August 10th. But again, it is on September 7th. And one of us will have had sneak peeks at the new holiday catalog, because it will be holiday catalog, and she'll have seen lots of fun stuff to do with it, and she'll have some hot little stuff in her hands, which we all will at that point. But we'll have some pre-planning because somebody's going to Greece to look at holiday catalog stuff.
I know it seems really odd that you're going to be really warm looking at a holiday catalog. Also, the fee is going to change. If you're a part of the early bird registration, which is the month of June, you'll save $10 on your registration. So we'll be posting this information on this site so you can look at it and see. But we'll have registration forms and information ready to go by June 1st.
Yep. So it's holiday catalog. We're going to do a little bit of all the seasons. So, or all of the occasions, like we'll have some fall, we'll have some Thanksgiving, we'll have packaging, we'll have Christmas. So we aren't going to do as many projects as we did last time because we can't get in a day early and set up. So we're going to scale back the number of projects, and we'll start a little later because we'll need the morning to set up. So it'll probably be like, we haven't discussed for sure, but more like a 10 to 5 instead of an earlier thing.
Yeah.
But along the same lines as what we did last time, just fewer projects.
And a
Should
little
be
bit
a
shorter.
lot of fun.
And then in November for On Stage, we are going to Lansing, Michigan, which that's the plan currently. It's about a 4-hour drive from here. So if you're a demonstrator planning on attending Lansing, the On Stage in Lansing, which is where Shannon's going to be, So we decided to join her there. And then we're planning an event in Lansing, which the details will be coming. That's not till November. Registration starts August 20th. So before onstage registration starts, we'll have our information ready to go.
Yeah. Once you have to secure a location.
Out of town.
And we're trying
in a town we don't know. That's kind of
so
a fun thing.
We called a hotel this morning. We're trying to get one of the $1 million sellers to work with us. Hint, hint. So we've got some stuff that we're working on, but if you're interested in that, just make sure you join our page. And on my website, I have a separate page that's just for this group. Right now, there's nothing on it, so don't go check it out. I think it's password protected, and I don't even know the password. But once we start getting information for that, then I can put it there. That way there's a place that's not on Facebook, because I know a lot of people don't do Facebook. That way if you have people that you're going to on stage with that might want to go,
that would be.
That way they don't have to be on Facebook, because that becomes an issue for people. And they could go look at it there. So does anybody have any questions about any of it?
We are looking forward to the catalog going live June 4th. So we aren't the only people that are hoarding all the product, because we've pretty much had all of the product to ourselves at this point. But
nobody else has said anything on Susan's thing either.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Heather, for watching.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of other people will catch it later on the replay. So
well, and it shows us numbers, but not people.
You know, if you have any questions, just comment on this thread, because then we try to monitor it at least for the first couple of days. Pretty attentive to it. After that, we might, get a little lazy. But
have a great week. Hopefully you get some sunshine. We're hoping for some here. We had a couple of warm days, and we got a little spoiled, and then it got cold and rainy. So
tomorrow it's supposed to be, I think, back in the 80s. We're at that time of year where it's really cold, really hot, really cold, really hot.
We're in the month of May in Indy. The race is this weekend, so we've got a lot going on. So thanks for joining us. We don't know that we'll be back next week.
I know. Lansing is cold, and especially in November.
I know. We don't know what's going to happen next week. Again, it's Memorial Week, so have a great weekend. The
one good thing about Lansing being cold is that we're going to be inside.
That's true.
And Heather, if you want to come, you could come into Indy, and then you could just ride with us.
You can drive with us, because our plan is to drive. So ride up with us.
Yeah.
Then it's a fun ride.
And then because I'm telling you what, Sherry knows how to find the little delicious places to eat. I'm just telling you.
I have friends that Michigan State's their place, so Lansing will be easy to
navigate.
To do. Yeah. We'll have lots of
recommendations.
recommendations.
We'll have to go down to Ann Arbor for a day, to the tea house and such. We like to eat.
We can come home the long way.
Yeah.
Take a long trip home.
Well, thanks for joining us. Have a great week.
I think Susan wants to leave. I didn't want to leave necessarily, but she keeps trying to say, "Come on, it's time to go."
I like short videos. Get to the point, move on. No, sorry.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Bye.